Hey, Dr. Lori here. I was asked, what do I think are the top 3 things that every single person needs to heal from cancer? Top 3 things. Loaded, very loaded question. And I feel like this question changes based on which year I'm practicing. So for example, 16 years ago, the issues that came up with health and with toxicity and what's affecting our immune system and just different vaccines and different health insults, I guess, have changed quite a bit throughout the years. And if I was to say the top 3, well, I can definitely say the top 2 that I personally believe. And then the third one would be, yeah, I do have 3. I'm going to talk about the top 3. So first one, I would say, is extremely important, not just for cancer, but for all chronic diseases or health in general, is to enhance the way that your body detoxifies. So detoxification is number 1, where you're looking at your own genetic SNPs, understanding how your liver is processing and getting rid of carcinogens and any toxins, helping how glutathione is made from your liver, helping how your body is eliminating through your bowels, through your kidneys, breathing, through your lungs, through skin. So not only important to enhance your detox organs, but to also look at your surroundings and what are you surrounded with. And it's kind of like that fishbowl, the fish in a polluted fishbowl, you know, like the fish can only be as healthy as its surroundings. And so when they say, you know, oh, give another supplement or give the fish this medication to make this diseased fish healthy again, it's actually more about cleaning the water around the fish and cleaning the tank and giving the fish proper food and helping the exposure, like reduce the exposures that could actually create a disease process in the first place. So that's number 1, because I really do think we want to limit how many supplements someone is taking. You know, you want to just focus on the foundational aspects of health, like clean air, going to the bathroom every day, drinking clean water, getting rid of mold in the house, and really focusing on how clean your system is and supporting what your body should be able to do naturally. We all have these ingrained detox pathways in our system, and some people genetically do not detox as well as others. And so that's what I help people with, is really diving deep, looking at the labs, doing environmental assessments, looking at heavy metals, looking at what chemical exposures, food intolerance, like what exactly is bothering your system, and helping your body naturally detox and eliminate that. And this has been heavily studied too, so this isn't just like a woo-woo let's detox type of thing. This has actually been found in literature as far as certain sensitivities and chemicals and carcinogens that are directly linked to a cancering process. So that's number 1. Everybody needs to understand what is toxic around them, cleaning up the environment, and supporting a healthy system, allowing your immune system to thrive. So I guess I would bring point number 2 is immune function. Really understanding what are the building blocks to have a strong immune system. We need your immune system to be able to recognize cancer, and it needs to know which cells should not be in your body, how to get rid of bacteria and parasites and candida, yeast, mold. You need a strong, robust immune system in order to even stand a chance with cancer. The interesting thing that I found is a lot of people with a cancer diagnosis, they say that they're always healthy, and they're saying, you know, out of their friends and family, they are never the ones that get sick. And so it's super interesting when looking at natural killer cells and lymphatic activation and supporting what's called immune recognition, because often, this is very often, there's what's called immune dysregulation. So it's almost like the immune system is attacking the wrong things or attacking itself, like autoimmune diseases, or just not recognizing what the target should be. And this is where it's a super complicated topic when it comes to like the army of your immune system and being able to recognize abnormal cells to drive them into a cell death situation. So immune system regulation, looking at all the things that can distract the immune system, kind of goes back to detoxing as well. If you are full of heavy metals, or if you are exposed to mold, those mycotoxins have an immune suppressing effect on your body. So you could be taking all the best supplements and, you know, eating the best foods, doing all the right things for your immune system. But if you've never been checked if you have mold, or checked if you have this chemical exposure in your body, then it's kind of like you're loading on, you're just kind of like masking it, right? Like you want to detox first, clean up the environment, and then look at your immune system and what you can do to support it. We all need the building blocks for a healthy immune system. So that would be enough protein, amino acids, enough minerals, and doing the labs to understand like where specifically, because everyone, like based on your own health assessment, there may be just certain little areas that we need to top up on. Okay, so let's top two. First one, detox. Second one is immune regulation, immune recognition. Third one is, this one may come as a surprise, but I strongly feel this actually should have been the first one. But the third one, I would say, is having faith. Having faith that your body can heal, and having the faith to make the next step, the faith to make those appointments, to have the testing done, the faith to really understand that you can access more and your body has this ability to heal. And I would say this is the one consistent quality that everyone I see with the cancer diagnosis that thrives, they just like ingrainedly know that their body has the ability to heal. And usually it takes many layers to like really truly feel that. You know, they come to me at first, yes, they don't want to go, they want to add extra years to their life, they want to do all the right things. So that's kind of initiating the process. And they have this inner knowing that despite all of the fear that comes along with this label of a disease, that there is this inner knowing that their body can change, and then they can not get rid of the fear, because that's a normal process of just, the fear of unknown, or what's going to happen, or what will this treatment do, or what's the next best thing that I should do. And especially if a doctor gives you like a month to live, or says, with this type of cancer, this is what your prognosis looks like, and they put the fear of God into you. I find that the ones who do really well ignore all those stats, and despite what the statistics are, they still feel that they can do everything possible to live a long and strong and healthy life. I feel that this faith, even if, just say the most aggressive cancer and all odds are against you, and just for someone who's in a really dark, bad place, let's just say, with an advanced, very aggressive cancer, even just having that extra bit of faith, what that does to your immune system and your nervous system is huge, even for your mental health. So even if all of the signs say, yes, there's no way your body can live for another month, like it's just not physically possible, even just having that like false amount of comfort that everything's going to be okay, that is miraculous what it can do to your nervous system. Because you feel that, like, just say, this is like a bad comparison, but just say you were in school and writing a test, and you tried to study, you tried to get all the resources, you tried to get all the information, and you wanted to do really well on this test. So imagine you had no faith and you're like, oh, I can't, like, I'm just so anxious and I didn't sleep the night before because I'm just gonna fail this. I'm gonna do awful, and that my teacher told me that I'm gonna totally bomb this because they said 80% of the people don't even pass this, so it's just gonna be a horrible outcome. You like think of how bad that situation could be, to switching it over to saying, I have faith that no matter what happens in this test, everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So you get a better night's sleep that night. You're thinking more clearly. You go into the test thinking, okay, it's fine. Like, I still have the same knowledge as I did versus if I was fear-driven, but it just goes in with a completely different energy. And when you look at the psychoneuroimmunology, how our whole systems are working together, just that inner knowing and confidence is huge for the cancer journey. So whatever you feel you need to do to remind your body to be in a safe space, no matter what's going on, and to not live in this fear mode and this frazzle mode, that can make a drastic difference in your healing outcome. So anyone who's negative around you or feeding you lines that are just discouraging or you feel overwhelmed by, really sit down and reassess that, because it's not helpful. And you already knew that, but it's just not going to help anyone in their healing process. So hopefully that helps. Those are the top 3 things that I help with in general. The faith is something I can't really, I'll acknowledge it, but usually the people that come to me, the reason why they're reaching out is because they have this inner knowing that there's got to be more. And that's what I love to do. My team and I, we run all the tests, we do all the assessments, we create the plans. We're really supporting you on this journey, but that I feel like is what kickstarts people reaching out. And the longer that we work together, the more I have this I don't know, is it delusional? I feel that no matter what anyone says, like, I just have such a strong belief in what our body is capable of, and that's because I've seen it time and time again. I've seen where people are knocking on death's door and told they have a month to live, and it's really powerful. It's really powerful when I've seen this over the 16 years, and that's why I don't ever believe those stats. I consider them and I'll look at all the data and the information, but I just have such a strong belief in what the body's capable of, and this is where I am here to walk along your side, and I feel super honored to work with anyone that has this diagnosis or any chronic disease that needs support in their journey.